The fairy tale romance of Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist, the inaugural Golden Bachelor couple, captivated audiences with its promise of second chances at love in the golden years. Their January 2024 wedding, broadcast live on ABC, was a heartfelt culmination of a journey that saw Gerry, 74, offer his final rose to Theresa, 72, amid tears and applause. Yet, behind the romance's glow lay subtle fissures that would unravel their union just 3 months later. In his candid new memoir Golden Years, What I've Learned from Love, Loss and Reality TV, Gerry pulls back the curtain on one of the most intimate and awkward aspects of their early marriage. Why he ended up sleeping on the sofa during his first visit to Theresa's New Jersey home a mere week after their vows. Far from the fantasy suite escapades of younger Bachelor seasons, Gerry's account reveals a relationship strained by mismatched expectations, unspoken reservations, and the harsh realities of blending lives post-60. Forget the fantasy suite, he writes wistfully. Golden Bachelor's Gerry Turner would have loved to stay with Theresa Nist in any room after their 2024 wedding. But reality proved far less idyllic, setting the stage for a separation that shocked fans and prompted Gerry to reflect deeply on love's complexities. The trouble began innocently enough, or so it seemed, when Gerry made the grueling 14-hour drive from his Indiana lake house to Theresa's modest 2-bedroom in New Jersey. Eager to start their life together, he arrived brimming with optimism, only to be met with an unexpected boundary. My first night at her house, she took out sheets and pillows before telling me, "Tomorrow's a big work day. I need a good night's sleep. Do you mind sleeping on the sofa?" Gerry recounts. His outward response was accommodating, "Yeah, no problem," but inwardly confusion reigned. Why? "We're married." This moment, detailed with raw vulnerability in the book, marked the first crack in their post-wedding bliss. What followed was a 3-night stint on the couch, culminating in Gerry departing a day early, the honeymoon phase already feeling like a distant dream. "It should have been a frickin' honeymoon," he laments, capturing the disappointment of a man who had waited years for companionship after losing his high school sweetheart, Tony, to illness in 2017. Theresa, in a recent appearance on the Dear Shandy podcast, offered her perspective, insisting the narrative isn't as one-sided as Gerry portrays. According to her, they did share the bed that first night, but after 9 years of sleeping solo following her husband's stroke and partial paralysis, the adjustment was jarring. "I didn't sleep the entire night and I'm not a great sleeper," she explained. The next morning, when the topic arose, Gerry volunteered for the sofa to ease her discomfort. He said, "Oh, I can sleep on the couch if you want me to." He offered to sleep on the couch. I did not ask him to sleep on the couch. This discrepancy highlights a core issue in their brief marriage: communication gaps that allowed small misunderstandings to fester. Gerry, ever the gentleman, respected her space, writing, "Of course, if Theresa wanted to take things slowly or was having mixed feelings, I would understand. I would never force anyone to do anything they weren't comfortable with." Yet, he yearned for the intimacy they shared in Costa Rica during filming, conversations, touches, and vulnerability that felt electric then but elusive now. Intimacy for Gerry extends far beyond the physical. "I define intimacy in a number of different ways," he elaborates. "It's certainly not just sex. Sharing thoughts and feelings candidly without fear of judgment, that's intimate. Making your partner feel special, that's intimate." In New Jersey, these elements felt out of reach. Meals were a mismatch, Gerry's hearty appetites clashing with Theresa's lighter fare, and discussions about a shared home stalled amid her career commitments. The punctuation on their visit came when Theresa reneged on her pre-show promise to retire upon finding love. When she said when she found her right guy she was ready to quit work and then months later went back on that, Gerry shared in an E! News interview. "I needed someone that wanted to explore fun and travel and see the world, and that couldn't be done with someone who was working." This pivot, coupled with the bedroom awkwardness, amplified his sense of displacement. "I felt like a trespasser in her home, like I didn't belong." Their breakup unfolded quietly in Los Angeles during Joey Graziadei's Bachelor finale in March 2024. Over a relaxed conversation, their most honest yet, they admitted the marriage was hasty. "The ensuing conversation was the most relaxed exchange we had ever had," Gerry recalls. "Having broken down the last barrier, we could speak honestly. The decision was mutual, but the aftermath tested Gerry's spirit. Public backlash painted him as the villain, with headlines questioning his finances and motives. Reading the vitriol plunged him into darkness. I didn't read people nearly as well as I thought I did. I'd rushed into a wedding that I didn't believe in." At his lowest, suicidal thoughts flickered, For the briefest of moments I thought about putting a gun to my head, but thoughts of daughters Jenny and Angie pulled him back. I could never do that to my daughters, he affirms, framing the ideation as a cry to escape rather than end. This raw admission in Golden Years humanizes Gerry, transforming him from reality TV lead to relatable everyman grappling with failure. Layered into this is the shadow of Gerry's past. Tony's death weeks after their dream home purchase devastated him, compounded by the revelation she had hidden a type 2 diabetes diagnosis. My mind reeled with he trails off in the truncated memoir excerpt, the pain still fresh. These losses informed his Golden Bachelor quest for uncomplicated joy, making the Theresa disconnect sting deeper. Post-split, communication ceased. Gerry shared his Waldenström's macroglobulinemia diagnosis, a slow-growing bone marrow cancer, with her but received silence in return. We no longer talk. We have no reason to, he states flatly. Contrastingly, castmates Susan Knowles and Kathy Swartz remain lifelines, checking in regularly. Gerry now finds redemption with fiancée Lana Sutton, a retired teacher whose alignment allows the adventures he craves. It's easy to see that the show was still successful in my case, he told E! I had to go through all that turmoil to get to the point where I am now. Doubts linger about Theresa's intentions, fueled by castmates' claims she read How to Win the Bachelor at the mansion. The image of Theresa curled up, planning her strategy to win a rose, made me feel sick, Gerry writes, questioning if love or victory was her goal. Theresa counters it was mere curiosity from an Audible trial, abandoned after one chapter. It had no bearing whatsoever on me going to the show. Ultimately, Gerry and Theresa's story is a poignant reminder that love in later life demands honesty over haste. Their sofa saga, once a quirky anecdote, symbolizes broader incompatibilities, work ethics, intimacy styles, life visions, that no rose ceremony can mend. Gerry emerges wiser, his memoir a beacon for those navigating loss and reinvention. As Bachelor Nation evolves, his tale underscores that golden years deserve golden communication, turning potential heartbreak into hard-won clarity.